Hey friends, it's Carrie from Troubleshooting. Thanks for being here. I want to thank all of you guys for your likes and your comments, your subscribes. You guys are super awesome. Also, I want to welcome anyone new to my channel. If you're new here, there's one thing you have to do before you start these stretches. Just look up here in this little gray box over my head. It says watch first Ki-Hara rules. That's going to direct you to a short video that just gives you the rules of Ki-Hara. You kind of need to do that first to watch that video so that you actually know what's going on in resistance stretching, because it's a little different. We do a method called Ki-Hara Resistance Stretching here at Troubleshooting, and you kind of have to understand a few things first, so watch that video. Alright, let's get started. Today we're going to do a stretch for your hip flexors. Now, I did a stretch a couple weeks ago for the inner thighs about getting started with your side splits. There is a principle of Ki-Hara that says if you get deep into a stretch, you need to be able to push yourself out of it, which is tough for the splits because you have to be able to lift your entire body up out of a split with your legs. That's a little bit of a tricky beast, so we're not going to do that, but I'm going to get you started in a way that you can understand how to do a forward and back split on your back, just to get started. It's like a pretty easy way to get started with the splits. So what you're going to need is a rope or a towel or something that you can, belt, something like that. And we're just going to lay on our backs. Take the rope and wrap it around your left leg and get a good hold on it. So I'm going to hold this stretch in the air. Now this activates my hamstring here, so the feeling is going to be to push this leg down, and you're going to just give it a little tug up, just enough that you feel a stretch. We're actually going to focus on our lower leg here, which is for your hip flexor right in the front here. That's a lot of times what blocks people from being able to do the splits. So from here, you're going to take your hand and just put it right at the fold of your hip and your femur bone right here. A little bit lower on your leg so that you can put a little resistance there. Then kick your knee in towards your body while you push your other leg away. And then use your right arm here to push your leg down towards the floor while you pull the other one in. Both legs are active, so if I let go of my stretch, everything would fly back into the scissor motion. So I'm going to push my right leg into a split towards the floor and pull my left leg closer to my body. And then you come right back in. This is a stretch for the front of your hip flexor here. If that stretch is not working for you, then you may need to do some problem solving. Now, problem solving for this one would be like if you feel any pain on the outside of your hip here, if you feel any pain here through the back of your hamstring, or if you just don't feel anything at all. And what you should feel in this one is a little bit of tug through the front of your abs and here in the front of your thigh. You'll also feel this leg, of course, because this is a hamstring stretch. So you pull in for strength and you open up for your stretch. In for strength and down for stretch. Now it's possible that you're not going to go all the way to the floor with this one, and that's okay. It's also possible that you're not going to be able to pull this leg in very far either. That's okay too. All right? Back and forth. And let's do one more. We always do about 6 to 10 repetitions of each stretch. And these stretches can be done in any order or in any way that you feel like you want to do them in. I have a playlist. I'll put the little link up there also in that little gray box that'll say Ki-Hara Stretching playlist. You can just run through all of those if you want like a really nice bunch of stretches. The important thing is that if you need to problem solve any of these stretches, then you need to click on the problem solving link, and that's actually in the description below. So you'll go down into this description where all the words are, click the link that says get this problem solving video, and that's going to send you to another video that are very specific stretches to help you unlock this muscle group specifically. So go ahead and check that out. I think you'll really like it. Those problem-solving videos are very helpful because they really attack the barriers that are keeping you from being able to do this stretch. I also want to remind you guys that if you like these stretches, if Ki-Hara is like, what is this stuff? This is so cool. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel by clicking that little box. There's a little arrowy box in the corner down there. When you click that box, you're going to get my videos delivered right to your subscription folder at YouTube. So go ahead and click that button if you like what I'm doing over here and you want to keep up with me. All right? Let's go ahead and do our other side. So you're going to lay back and bring your right leg up and let your left leg go flat. Now, if your hip flexor is tight, it's going to look something like this, where this leg is not going to go all the way down to the ground. A really loose hip flexor would just drop right down, but a tight one's going to feel more like this, and that's okay. Also, if your hamstring's tight, you're probably going to look more like this. So you can just bend your knee. So I'll show you what this would look like in an easy version, and then I can show you what it would look like for a more complicated version. Okay, so the easy version would be to bend this leg, keep a little bit of tension here, and then bend this knee in close towards you. And then just push that leg right back down. And so it's almost like my legs are like in a running position. You're like upside down Super Mario. We did a hip flexor stretch last week, or maybe not last week, but we did a hip flexor stretch a few weeks ago that would have looked like this off of the floor. So this is a good option if you have knee problems or something, you need a little change for your hip flexors, or if you're just really tight. The purpose of having this leg up is to keep your back flat on the ground so you can get a good stretch. Now, if you want a more complicated stretch, you can come down to the floor here, pull up, at the same time, kick down with your other leg, and then as you stretch, you're going to stretch into the hamstring stretch and the hip flexor stretch at the same time. Down for strength, and then up for your stretch for your right leg, and down for your stretch in your left leg. Now notice that I'm not going all the way with either leg, I'm not straightening out completely, because I want to find where I'm the most tight and pull out that tension. So if I straighten out all the way, then I wouldn't have any tension anymore. And then of course the more regular version would be to hold this leg here, come up for strength, and just an easy down for your stretch. And that also is just fun. Now remember to take stock of both sides. So if this side doesn't feel good to you, if you feel it on the outside here, if you feel any pinching in the back or any kind of like work through your hamstring on this side, or if it just doesn't feel good overall, try the problem solving video and see if you can make some gains that way. Because it may be that this stretch just isn't ready to stretch yet. It could be that there's something else that needs to happen, okay? All right, my friends, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe, definitely subscribe. And then give me a comment, let me know what you think of this stretch, especially if you like it. But if you don't like it, I mean, I suppose you can tell me that too. All right, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for arm day. Bye-bye.